Today, I want to talk about patch number 5, log sleds, regrowing trees, advanced cooking, and lots more. There's a few specific things I would like to talk about in patch number 5. The first one being, I can hardly play the game. My game crashes almost every time I go in. At some point, I can expect it to crash. We are not going to talk about log sleds. Log sleds are a thing now. Yay, log sleds. Calvin could fill them up. That's great. What I do want to talk about is two specific things, very specific. Regrowing trees, which is phenomenal, and 79 new ponds and 34 new lakes. I have a high-res, updated, and current map with all the lakes and ponds populated. There's a staggering amount of water on this island, and most of which is drinkable. And since they just added a cooking pot, I suspect we may have to boil our water in the future. Personally, I think we should have to boil it. Water is too easy to come by. Just out of curiosity, does it bother anybody else that the island is square? Not very island-like? So, tree regrowth setting is on by default with a 10% chance to randomly regrow when you sleep. Each stump has a 10% chance to regrow. So it's 10% per tree. The first thing I did when exploring update 5 was come into my game where I've removed all of the trees in the game, and I was surprised to see that some trees are now regrown. It didn't take me long to realize that there was a pattern to this. Every new little lake or new little pond the landscape had to be reworked. Therefore, the trees had to be reworked. So, obviously, some trees got relocated. How many trees? 7,244, right here. I am in a brand new game, and it's notable that there are now 184,614 trees in the game when you start. Previously, before Update 5, there was 189,886, which means that they removed 5,272 trees out of the game. This might be because of all of the new lakes and ponds, or this might be because of performance. I don't know, but I am in agreement with many others that I've heard say there are just too many trees on the island. There's also too much land mass, and there's also too many places to get a drink of water, making the game a little more easy, in my opinion. Another very notable thing about the trees regrowing is that there's a new console command to regrow trees, and it is regrow all trees. Obviously, the reason I came into my all trees removed game was so that I could scout out where the new ponds and lakes were and see if I could find them. Well, the fact that they've added trees around these ponds and reworked the landscape in that zone, it made it pretty easy to figure out which ones were new. This one's new. This one is new. This one is new. This one was updated. This was updated. This one is new, and so on. Here's a new pond that I believe is quite nice. Over on the golf course, a couple of new ponds here. Basically, wherever you see trees, the landscape has been updated. So they didn't say much about that, but they are definitely putting in a lot of work. They are definitely listening. Regrowing trees and a log sled, both of these were highly sought after features and highly requested features. Here's a new lake here. The west side of the island got a lot of updating in patch 5. There's a lot of new water, a lot of new trees. And I'm not sure that this little snowy area existed before, but it matches up with this elevation. I believe this is new. I don't remember this. Let me know if I'm off on that, but I don't remember there being snow in this little spot here. On this current save, anywhere that you see a tree, the the landscape has been updated in some sort of way. Which tells me that they've probably been working out like little landscape glitches and rock glitches, which is really nice to know that they're doing that. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. One thing I will say though is that with every single update, my game runs worse. And I don't know if I'm alone on that, but my game crashes almost every single time. Beached sailboats location added with 2 new found footage clips added. I'll show you where that is. It's right here. You can now play the guitar. New wearable clothing item added. It's a spacesuit. Yeah, it's a spacesuit. Pretty cool. Don't know where it is. Can't be bothered. You can now add tarps to log structures. Complemented best by gravity 0. Yeah, there you go. What I don't know is if this counts as shelter or not. We are going to have to try that right now. Okay, I have changed the season to winter, and you'll see my vitality on the bottom right. I'm cold, but when I step foot inside this structure, I warm up instantly. Now, we've learned that the only way to get warm in a structure is if it is only a single story tall. So now, let's find out if the tarp will keep you warm. It will not. So the tarp obviously shouldn't, does not count as a roof for your structure. It's more of a trampoline, and I still have gravity off, well, almost off anyway, which is super fun. Basic log sled. Advanced log sled. The advanced log sled is very expensive. With zip lines being a thing, I just don't see it being very, very useful. I would, however, find this useful if I could transport bodies with it. New Kelvin commands added to reset traps, fill log sleds, and fill drying racks with fish. Reset traps. Thank you, Calvin. Where you going, dude? Oh no, I think we're losing Calvin. Okay. Calvin, what you doing, man? So yeah, Calvin. If you mess with gravity and Calvin jumps on the spring trap, he will. You'll lose him. There's so many updates on this one. I looked through, I found some things related to building, but not as much as I'd like. What I think everybody would like to see at this point is something that says patch 5, new building mechanics, new and improved building mechanics. That's what I would like to see. That's what I need for replayability. Because currently, every time I get into a game, I get really frustrated. I'm still definitely a fan of this game. I love what they've done with it. It does need a lot of work, and I'm confident that they're going to listen. They listened in this update, and it stands to reason that if they're not fixing things that are broken, they are implementing things that you and I and everybody wants to see. So I'm going to stop there. Cheers, have a good day, and I will see you in the next video.